Hey guys, wanted to get this recorded because I had a very good conversation with Tony out in Texas, about this concept. So let me brief you real quick, 10-second brief on Tony's situation. Tony owns a few different shoe cleaning stores. He does a lot of driving for these issues, and he gets sciatica down the leg, down to the knee. Okay. In the past, whenever he's had to go travel to his different stores, which are Memphis, Denver, and he goes to a couple other places, but the point is that it's a lot of driving. Okay. So, a store in Memphis, a store in Denver. He's leaving from El Paso, Texas. He's doing a lot of driving, right? So we were having a discussion today. He just recently did a really big trip, a longer trip than he normally would do. And he's experiencing some symptoms in the leg. I'm going to get to the specifics, but he also wants to go train tonight because he just really wants to work out again. Okay. So here's the conversation that we had. First off, okay, how far down the leg are the symptoms going compared to the last time you had a big trip? Well, normally whenever he would go on a big trip, the symptoms would go all the way down to the leg. This time they stayed in the glute. That's progress, right? That's progress because the symptoms are not as much in the leg. That means the nerve is less irritated. So progress. But now here's where this demonstration comes into play. He's asking about going to the gym tonight, okay? Now, all of you know that I am so pro gym, pro exercise, pro activity, don't rest. Rest isn't a solution, right? But I told him to back off the gym. And here is why. This is your capacity, okay? Everyone has a capacity to withstand something. So this can apply to, any business, any area of life really, but right now we're talking about pain and low back issues. So this is his current capacity, okay? This is how much he can handle until he will experience a flare-up or significant pain or a significant setback at any time. So this is his capacity, okay? Here's my RehabFix shaker bottle, all right? As he does a lot of driving, stressors are filling up his capacity, the relative capacity he has to withstand these things. So he can drive, he can go on planes, he can not get many exercises in. So if you're doing less of the good movements, that'll add a stressor. If you're doing more bad movements, that'll add a stressor. If you're stressed because business stuff, okay, there's a stressor. You're not sleeping very much because you're on the road so much, okay, there's another stressor, right? And then you got to drive back now, so more driving, okay? Oh, your capacity is filling up, and then all of a sudden, okay, overflow, okay? We have an overflow. The capacity overflowed. Pain, okay? This person with the symptoms that have spilled over, right? That is pain. If it hadn't of spilled, if it hadn't reached that capacity, it might have started to feel achy, might have started to feel a little bit, but not quite a flare-up. Well, he experienced a flare-up. This is what happened. Okay, this is what happened. So even though his symptoms were less, it wasn't as much of a spillover as it's been in the past. It still was a spillover. He reached his capacity, therefore he experienced the symptoms of the leg. Now, since then, he said in about a day or so, it's calmed down, okay? It's calmed down. So here's what happened. Here's where he was, all right? Let's transfer a little bit back. All right, I'm spilling here. I'm doing a legit demonstration for you guys, okay? So let's put this back in here, okay? So this is where he's at now, okay? This is where he's at. He's filled up. He's on the comeback after this flare-up, even though the flare-up, once again, was good compared to the past. This is where he's at now. At this state, he's still feeling a little bit of symptoms in the glute, but feeling a lot better, being able to go on walks, recovering very fast after this flare-up, like the fastest he's recovered since the flare-up, okay? And he's saying, hey, I'm recovering so quickly. I want to go to the gym and I want to squat and deadlift. This is where he's at. If he goes to the gym right now and he does the same effort on squats and deadlifts as when he was feeling good, it's not going to take very much, and then all of a sudden, whoop, spills over again. We don't want that to happen, right? We do not want that to happen. So here's what we're doing. Instead, all right, let me wipe that, reset. Instead, what we're doing is, this is where he's at right now. He's saying, I want to go squat and deadlift. I'm saying, okay, let's do a significant less amount of weight than you would normally do. Let's do 70%. Because even if it feels good, if exercise feels good, it's still a stressor to a certain degree. And while we're in a stress state, it can have risk if we're in a flare-up state. So what I'm telling him to do is go 70%. All right, let's just do a little bit. All right, enough to get that movement in. And let's stop. Stop right there. This is where he's gonna be at after the workout, okay? He's gonna feel good because he got some movement in, right? But it's not tipping him over the edge. Now, throughout the following days, as he gets back into his routine, since he's not traveling anymore, he's getting back into the swing of things. Every day, every couple hours, he's gonna pour a little bit out, little bit out, little bit out, get that capacity back. So let's say after a few days, now when he goes to the gym, he's like, hey Grant, can I push it? Yeah, man, push it. Boom, push it, 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 push it. Okay, had a killer workout. Still did not fill up the capacity. Goes a few more days, all right. Now he's good again. Full capacity, can push it, push it, push it. Over time, as we recover, our capacity changes. Your capacity will become greater. The stressors are still there, but your capacity changes. So over time, as you recover, this turns to this. Now, you're in that same situation. You can pour a lot in here, There we go. That's, everything. Still did not break capacity. So as someone transforms from this capacity to this capacity, their abilities improve. The amount that it takes to set them over the edge will reduce relative to the capacity. So now they're able to drive long hours. They're able to miss out on some of their movements, some, not permanently, miss out on some of their movements. They're able to get to the gym and still have a good workout after going through all those stressors. And it will not spill over. It will not break their capacity, and they will experience a low back flare-up or a nerve flare-up. This is what we are doing throughout a proper low back rehab program. This is where you want to be. And this is the lesson of capacity, pain, and why we make some of the decisions that we do. Hope you learned something. Let me know if you did. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day.